Alright everybody, what's up? This is PhillyRon of MUTtips.com, your one-stop shop for Ultimate Team tips, tricks, collection info, and card reviews. Our goal is to make your gaming experience awesome. And with that, today I'm in front of you and I want to give you an actual tip in Madden that you can also use in Ultimate Team. Guys, real quick, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be prepared to leave a comment underneath. First things first, there's been a lot of talk this year or so far in this season about how effective there are two playbooks that tournament guys are having a ball with, and you guys need to be prepared, not necessarily to see it, but a lot of you may be using it as well. If not, there's an opportunity for you to get some gaming in it. All right, so you're going to look at the Denver playbook and the New Orleans Saints playbook. We're in the Saints playbook today, and we're going to look at this bunch tight end, and the play that I want to focus on today is the stick. All right, so we're going to take a look at the stick real quick. And in practice mode, normally what you would do is like if you're preparing for an event or you're preparing to use this in a competitive venue, what you would do is you want to practice this versus every type of coverage. So you might go out here and you might look for cover 3, cover 2, all that stuff. So what I do when I first mess with a play is I'll just go ahead and select random, just so everybody is on the same page. Put yourself in all pro. I'm on all pro even though competitive players play on all Madden. I'm on all pro because the majority of the people who play this game, especially online, is all pro. Your MUT experience is on all pro, your ranked games are on all pro. So there's no need for me to go all Madden when the majority of the people who will see this are on all pro. So that's what we're going to do right here. Let's take a quick look at the routes. So you have basically these spot routes. Even though this is called a stick concept, you have these spot routes or these hook routes by Jimmy Graham and Brandon Cooks. You have that quick flat route by Stills, and you have that fade route by Colston with a delay route by Mark Ingram. All right, let's take a look at the play real quick. And that right there is the reason why we actually like this play right off the bat. This is a fundamental play that you can use when playing against your opponents in your head-to-head seasons, or if you're just going to play regular ranked games. The reason why is these quick breaking routes on both sides, all right? They're going to give you an opportunity to get the ball out of your hand quickly. So if your opponent is sending blitzes at you, this is something that you could use. On top of that, guys who user control, all right, who don't let the computer play defense for them, basically, you can only cover one of these two guys. You got Cooks to the left, you got Jimmy Graham to the right. So this is one of the reasons why we want to run this play. Now, I don't believe in necessarily running plays as is, as I will do that sometimes when playing Ultimate Team, but for the purpose of presenting something to you, there's going to be an adjustment to this, all right? So you got Jimmy Graham right here on that little hook route. You have Cooks on the left side with the hook route as well. Now, the concept around this is from a coaching standpoint, all right? This quick flat route by Kenny Stills puts this outside defender in a bind, all right? Let me just select this outside defender, all right? So it puts him in a bind because if he rotates out to the flat, all right, it's going to leave the hook open, or the spot route by Brandon Cooks. You see that right there? Look at the spacing. Now, if he sits on that route, he sits on the hook with Brandon Cooks, then it's going to leave Kenny Stills wide open in the flat. Now, and again, these players can change based on who you have on your team or your personnel set, but this is what we're looking at initially when we want to take a look at this play. All right, this is why this play caught our attention. So let's move on to the next step in this play. All right, so that's what we have right there. And I'm doing this in real time, so I'm going to ask for your patience real quick or up front because anything can happen. What I want to do is I want to show you these plays in real time so there's no editing. A lot of guys will present something to you, edit it up, and it looks like, oh my God, every read is perfect. No, it doesn't happen like that. What we want to do is we want to present this to you so that you can see it in real time, so that you can see how it really reacts, and you can see what's open and how you would use this. All right, now what I like to do is flat routes like this. If you want to call a flat route and you move it to the opposite side of the field, you'll continue to keep this, right? So I'm gonna motion him over here. You can't get a slant route to run this shallow, and I don't want to run a drag route, all right? So this spot route or this flat route when he's the outside receiver or the up receiver on the left side of the field, becomes a quick like dash route or spot route on the right side of the field. All right. And I like using this because let's just go back to instant replay. If you look at how these routes hook up with Jimmy Graham, I just want you to see this real quick. If you look at how this hooks up, if you then add that little dash route or that little quick, that shallow slant by Kenny Stills to this, now you have a blocker with Jimmy Graham on that linebacker. Look at Mark Ingram in the middle of the field. He blocks that middle linebacker. So look at the seam that you now have in the middle of the field. All right, so a lot of times guys are looking for just money plays or, you know, plays that'll just get you quick touchdowns right away. Nah, look at what we can develop here. This is a scheme, all right? So this gives you put a little bit of thought into this play and look at what else opens up. And then this can lead to other things that you can do later on with this same play. All right, so that's the concept that we're looking for right now. So let's go ahead and resume. We already have everything set. Hike the ball. Look at that. And again, this is real time. I'm not breaking anything up. You guys are seeing this as I see it, all right? So let's just take a quick look at this real quick in instant replay. The reason why we came to this play automatically, let's just focus real tight. Let's get real tight. And this is what I want your reads to be at, all right? Here's what I want your initial reads to be. You're gonna drop back. Are these spot routes open? The spot routes are open. You can hit either one. You don't even have to go to the second read. Either one right here is wide open, all right? So we can throw that. These are at least 5-yard gains, all right? Now, we have a little bit of time, but we don't want to play too much with holding the ball. Look at that route come underneath. At the line of scrimmage, all right, just keeping it real. The ball is caught at the line of scrimmage. We're able to take it upfield for a 7-yard gain, all right? That's 7 yards. We had that initial blocker. What did I say what happened? Jimmy Graham should turn in and be a blocker. He gave a little bit of shove to Richard Sherman. He didn't get too much of a block. We could have had more on that play. All right, let's continue to move on with our progression through this play. All right, so we have that. Now this is what I would add to this particular play. We're going to use the same motion because we want to get the defense looking at the same thing all the time. We want them to always prepare or be used to seeing us doing the same thing. All right, so you can put this in your audible, the halfback counter. This is a deadly play to use, all right? Very good play to use. We're going to move Stills over, and that defender stays there, all right? But your opponent more than likely is going to make an adjustment because you initially showed that you were taking Stills to move him over so that you can get that. It's almost like a wide receiver screen, basically. We can call it that. You can get that wide receiver screen type look from the right side of the field, all right, as well as the hook routes. Let's go ahead and run the play. So you see what I'm saying? You got your one set of motion, your one motion, just motioning this up receiver to the right side opens up both hook routes, the opportunity to have a wide receiver screen, as well as having this halfback counter open. And we ran this against random, so there's no way that I knew what was happening from the defense. You guys didn't see me look at any type of assignments from the defense. So that's what it's at. Again, this is PhillyRon. I hope this helps you. This is just a beginner type tip. All right, so I just want to get you guys familiar with what type of things that I'll be trying to bring forward to you in Madden 15. Again, I really appreciate getting in front of you guys. Make sure that you use this in your Ultimate Team experience. Take it to practice mode first, all right? Make sure you take it to practice mode first before you actually bring it into a game, into your game session, all right? Let's go ahead and show you the play again real quick so that you're familiar with it. Again, it's the Pistols bunch tight end out of the Saints formation. Out of the Saints playbook. The play that we're running is the stick, and we want to marry that play with the halfback counter. We're using the motion from the left to the right with our up receiver who's running that so-called dash route. All right, that's what we want right there. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Look forward to bringing more information to you shortly. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Peace.